Yo, everybody. Okay, so this is not live, and I'm not gonna have lives from today with question answers. I'm just gonna put up videos, and we're gonna have lives on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. Okay, Wednesday, India time. Alright, so this time we're talking about the truth. Okay, what exactly is the truth? People are always talking, religions are always talking about it, that the truth is to be explained. Even spirituality, what is the truth? We're always trying to define the truth. And that's exactly where we make a mistake, where we try and define the truth, because the truth in itself, in its very nature, cannot be defined. Let's assume you know all the words of any language, okay, and that language is very vast. Well, English is the most vast language in the world. So if you know every word of English, you still will not be able to define the truth. Okay? Why is that? Because the truth is ever changing. There are personal truths, there is the ultimate truth, and all these things, whether it's personal or ultimate, whether it's a talent or a skill, whether it's genius, okay, the truth of it is going to be extremely difficult or impossible to explain, because that is the very nature of truth. It just is. If someone asks you what is your truth, you may answer it, but you will not be able to say it. You'll be able to talk around it. And as your vocabulary improves, you may come closer to it. But trying to explain someone to someone is almost impossible. And even two people who know the same truth, okay, will never be able to talk to each other about it. They will just know it. They will sync. They will understand each other. They will complete each other's sentences. But they can never explain to each other what their truth is, even though it is the same truth, right? So if someone can explain their entire life, remember, they are not even close to the truth. Anything, every beautiful moment is unexplainable. The fun we had, the things we did, what, like, you can talk about the things, but can you really talk about the feeling that you had at that moment? Okay, can you talk about the mixture of experiences that were happening right then? Right, let's take an example. I'll give an example of personal truth over here. If a man, okay, is extremely good with women, and he knows his way around women, and he has all the skill, he has a lot of women, he has he's really charming, and you ask him what is your truth. Now he talks about it, he tries to explain to you, but you will still not get it, right? You may copy him, you may use the words he's using, but in that moment, at that exact second, when that woman approaches him, or when he approaches that woman, what he's going to say, you cannot predict. Why is that? Because that is his truth. And we all have our own truth. We all have our own truths, but society throws muck on it. And the whole game here, is to unmuck yourself, remove that muck. Because society, what is it doing? It's trying to throw words on it. That muck essentially is words. They're trying to tell you words. They're trying to get you to explain an untruth, in fact, because only an untruth can really be explained, right? And society does not want to understand each individual truth. It definitely does not want to understand the ultimate truth. So it is trying to get you into the army of words, and it's dumping words upon you, and it's dumping words upon you, and you have to eventually get out of these words. That is why in spirituality they say knowledge, okay, knowledge has to be thrown. What are they basically saying? Most knowledge is basically words. Okay, they may be facts, but they're still words. Right? Can you really explain a fact? No. But there are words around it trying to explain that, okay, this is a number on so and so globe, and this is the latitude, this is the longitude, for a simple fact, like a geographical fact. But if you actually are there, you will not be able to explain that feeling. But society is trying to make you do that. They're trying to make you come in line with words. There is nothing but words, essentially. Okay, there is maths, but even maths, after all, is explained with words. So strive to make your life unexplainable. What people are trying to do is get better and better explanations for their life. They're trying to make their story better. They're trying to make, but in that, okay, you're doing absolutely stupid things that make you unhappy. You want to do things, do unexplainable things. I felt like doing it, so I did it. It just was a feeling, it was a moment, and it happened. That those are often your best moments. Your most unplanned moments, your most unexplainable moments are always your best moments. Okay, and when you're unable to put it in words, that is when you are in truth. Okay, and what you must strive to do is constantly try and put things into words, constantly try and explain them, so that you realize the difference between untruth and truth. And when you've tried enough and you cannot explain it, you will know that this moment, this second right here is the truth. And most people are trying to, they may try and find the truth, and it seems difficult to attain. Why is that? Because we are not used to not having words. Most of us just are taught any section. Like today, even today, we see a beautiful thing, we take a photograph. We're trying to put it in words essentially. Okay, even they even say a photo says 1,000 words. So you're trying to put it in some sort of logical thing, but it cannot capture that moment. It cannot capture what you are feeling, and then you become lazy, you become lethargic, and you said, okay, let's watch Netflix instead. We can do it later. We can find the truth later. And what's worse is Western objectivity keeps you away from the truth. The truth is ever changing, but the West demands standardization, and you are trying to standardize your life and standardize your life and trying to explain it even better. In the process, completely losing your truth. Okay, so when you can't put something in words, remember that is close enough to your truth. So you should strive your entire life for every experience to be put into words. And if you can put it into words, cool, that is fine. But that is not necessarily your truth. That is something that has been told to you by society that you should do. If you can explain it and most people understand it logically, then it is mostly something that you have been told to do. Maybe you like it, and if you like it, great. But you have to realize that the most beautiful moments of your life will always be unexplainable. Relationships, love, enlightenment, even God, if He exists. Okay, these you cannot explain these things, and if you can explain these things, then you are not even close to the truth. So all the most beautiful things are unexplainable. Strive for the unexplainable.